From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight. Presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Welcome to BBN Tonight. I'm Keith Farmer.
And I'm Anna Tarullo. Happy Friday. Tonight we're getting you ready for Kentucky football's spring game, so you know what to look for tomorrow. And that includes an exclusive interview with linebacker J.J. Weaver.
Yeah, so football, and football. That's where we're going to start tonight. That is tonight's Big Blue story presented by CHI St. Joseph Health. It is Kentucky versus Kentucky on Saturday, technically blue versus white. Rich Scangarello told us earlier this week that he'd like to keep most of the playbook close to the vest, but there are a lot of young guys on this team who are eager to prove they belong at the top of the depth chart, especially at key position groups like offensive line and wide receiver. We'll be previewing both of those groups in just a few minutes.
But before we do any of that, we have to talk about this bizarre Lexington weather that we had today and what we should all expect for kickoff tomorrow.
Yeah, LEX 18 Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck has our forecast.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. You know, we're getting you set for that blue-white game, and with it, let's take a look at perspectives here. Last game we played at Kroger Field, which was back on November the 20th. Temperature was 56 degrees during the day, and it was dry. Not bad for November. Now, as we look at this upcoming season, the fine folks with the scheduling department decided we needed 3 November games. And we'll just say it right here. What do you think the odds are that all 3 of those end up being 7:30 games? Because that's what you want in November. But what this is doing, just like for the football players, the spring game is getting us fans ready for what it's going to be like in November. So get set for the cold. It may have some rain. You may see some snow. A little sleet could be around as well. But in between, you may see a little sunshine. It's going to be breezy. It is certainly going to be chilly at kickoff. You're looking at those temperatures going into the low 40s. Bottom line is, football on a Saturday is never a bad thing.
All right, thanks, Bill. And look who we have added. Christy Thomas of the UK Sports Network is here with us. And hey, Christy, can you believe that spring game is tomorrow?
No, especially with that forecast like that. It doesn't feel like spring, but that's okay. I mean, I love it. You all know that. I love some football, so I'm here for it.
Rain or shine.
Yeah, we're going to break it all down. So let's start with the offensive side of the football. This is a group that's coming off huge success last season and is returning their leader in Will Levis.
Now, it's a different kind of offseason for Mark Stoops. He's had question marks at quarterback for most of his career here. So it has to be pretty nice to have one with the NFL abilities, have a quarterback with NFL abilities coming back to lead the team. We have a good idea what we'll see from Levis tomorrow. But, Christy, is there anything that you'd like to see specifically to show that he's taking that step forward?
I think this is a tough one because it's not, is Will Levis going to get to the next level? But what does that look like for Will Levis? And I think that's really tough. But I want to really see what happens with this RPO tomorrow because I think you're returning a big, strong arm in Will Levis, a guy who's physical and athletic. We know can run the ball. We know we've got Chris Rodriguez back there and a guy that can absolutely pound it and can run the ball for positive yardage. So my thing is what happens when we do get to that pass option of the RPO? We know he's got a big, strong arm. We know he can throw it downfield. We're looking for some playmakers. We'll talk a little bit about that. But it's that intermediate game. And where does he fall in that? And I think that there are going to be some real options for him there. So I love the fact we got a new offensive coordinator, but this is going to be a seamless transition, I think, I believe, to get to really implementing what Rich Scangarello wants to do. So I think the sky's the limit for a guy like this. And especially with his leadership, we all know what he's capable of there. So I think that's kind of how he takes this thing to the next level.
So this biggest question mark on the offense, and it's a little bit uncharacteristic, we're not used to saying it, but the big blue wall. 3 of the 5 starters off to the NFL. And the remaining guys kind of shuffling around a little bit. Here's the first 5 we think we'll see tomorrow. At left tackle, we expect DeAndre Buford for now, but this is probably the spot on the line that's the most up in the air. At left guard, Kenneth Horsey is running it back there as the mainstay on the line.
Eli Cox started for the first time last year at right guard, but now he's shifting to center. Auburn transfer Tayshawn Manning penciled in at right guard right now. We've been hearing nothing but great things about him and Jeremy Flax, who was the hot name last spring at right tackle before Dare Rosenthal got to campus. He's really taken a step forward this season.
Well, he has, but let me tell you what I love the most about what we're going to see, or what I hope we'll see with this offensive line, is the new offensive line coach. I think Mark Stoops has a guy in place who absolutely understands what this big blue wall is all about. I think they lacked that last season, and I think that this is a big step forward for them. Zach Yenser is a Kentucky guy. He knows what this is all about. He knows what John Schlarman is all about. So I think we see a big step forward here, just having him there as their offensive line coach. But I love the football IQ that we see with Horsey and with Cox and those guys. So I think that they will bring other guys along.
All right, at wide receiver, we're basically going to see a whole new group at the top of the chart. As far as returners go, DeMarcus Harris had a strong end to last season and has the most experience in the group by far. At open practice, the three wideouts with the first team were Virginia Tech transfer Tavion Robinson, DeMarcus Harris, and sophomore Chris Lewis.
Freshman Dane Key's name has also been brought up every single time anyone has been asked about the group. And we saw some flashes last season from Chauncey Magwood and the speedster, Dekel Crowdis.
I think this is a really exciting group right here to think about. When you talk about 10 returners and 2 newcomers that are really hot on everybody's radar, this is going to be a fun group. You're trying to replace a Robinson with a Robinson. It's really kind of the way I see that playing out a little bit, because you've got some real experience with Tavion Robinson. But I think this is a situation that is not going to be one guy, just like we saw with Wandale step up last year. This is going to be by committee, and they've got some size in those positions. They're going 6'1", 6 foot. Will Levis is used to throwing to a guy who's 5'8", 5'9". So I think that this really changes things for Will Levis when you've got a big target to throw to.
All right, the defense lost some really important guys after last season, replacing half of the secondary and 2/3 of the defensive line.
So a lot of Brad White's time this spring is going to be spent figuring out how to replace those senior leaders like Josh Paschal and Yusuf Corker.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're gonna put the 11 best guys out there, and I'm gonna be honest, I do not know who those are right now. I know, in first and second down situations, I got a good feel, but when it gets to third down right now, I think there's going to be a lot of movement once fall camp hits, even from pass rushing standpoint.
The pass rushers that we're keeping our eyes on right now are Trayvon Ripka, who played a lot of snaps last season when Josh Paschal was banged up, Sam Anale, who hasn't been able to find the field yet, but was very new to football when he arrived, and then the Ohio State transfer Darian Henry Young, and of course, Octavius Oxendine will be available come fall, but as Coach Stu put it, right now he's still wearing that little red dress at practice.
Yeah, well, that's a situation, too, with Oxendine, where he is 100% going to be really fun to watch when he is back and healthy. But I think, Keith, the big thing is going to be these linebackers. They're going to be absolute fire this year. So when you're talking about guys coming back like super seniors, DeAndre Square and Jacquez Jones, I mean, inside, outside, it doesn't matter. There is a ton of experience. There is a ton of athleticism. These guys, for the first time in forever, we're talking about a lot of experience in that linebacking core.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a lot of those guys. You mentioned them, Jacquez Jones. It's great to have guys coming back that saw that many snaps last season.
Been a long, long time since we've talked about that much experience at that position.
All right, Christy, thanks so much, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for BBN Game Day.
Coming up next, we'll stick with that linebacker group.
Yeah, we sat down with J.J. Weaver himself to preview the spring game and the season as a whole. That's next on BBN Tonight.